était gaze! Les gars, on était gaze! We were terrible! Oh la 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 la, les gars, what was this game? Whoa! God is good. God is good, les gars. C'est un miracle. Les gars, it's a miracle we nearly went through. What was this game? Catastrophique. We were terrible. We dominated that first half, and then it went. We nearly had a remontada against us again. Les gars, mais c'est... Papa, les gars, mais c'est quoi ce match? Les gars, mais franchement, I still can't believe what's happened. I cannot believe what's happened. The emotions are, the heart, the palpitations. Guys, what I tell you, when that third goal went in, guys, les gars, low key, people in chat were going saying Villa scored again. Les guys, maybe on stream I look composed and whatnot. Guys, I was dying inside. Guys, I was dead inside. Guys, I was about to crumble. If we conceded one more, I would have crashed out. I would have smashed the monitor, smashed my camera, I smashed something. But God is faithful. God is faithful. Wow. PSG 2, Aston Villa 3. PSG lose away to Aston Villa. PSG s'incline at Villa Park. Guys, I don't even know where to start. Now, but first and foremost, Aston Villa, Villa Park. I was not aware of your game. I was not aware of your rhythm. I was sorry. Listen, I was critical. Last game, I was critical in my response video that I make talking in response to That's Football, saying that you guys were one of the worst teams I saw play at the Parc des Princes. And hey, listen, in fairness, I still hold those because that game, we can't, obviously, the way this game's gone out changed things. But that game, I thought you guys were really poor. But today, chapeau l'artiste. Voilà, chapeau l'artiste. You guys played well. Very well, in fact. And honestly, if it wasn't for, at some points, I'm going to go and say heroic defending, divine intervention in some sense, you guys could have won. Voilà, j'assume mes propos. You guys could have won. You won the game. You guys could have went through. And you go and you think every single one of those PSG goals was crucial. Wow, that third goal in that first game, how crucial it was. Oh, les gars, wow. Those first two goals, hey, les gars. Les gars, I'm in shock still. I am in shock. Obviously, brilliant start from PSG. 11th minute, Hakimi scores. 27th minute, Mendes scores. At that point, you're going and saying it's what, with 5-1 on aggregate. I'm saying tied, done, set, and buried. I was going into, I got cocky. I'm going to be honest. I was cocky. I was arrogant. I was saying, people made it seem Villa Park this. The comeback was on. This, that, and the other. I said the tie's done. We're going to smack you home and away. Les gars, je suis désolé. I was cocky. Guys, I got humbled. I will say, I got humbled today. PSG still went through, but guys, I got a good mouthful of humble pie today. Et les gars, I hold my hands up. J'assume mes propos. I talked a lot of smack, and guys, I got smack in return. So we score those first two goals. Tielemans, McGinn, and Konsa come. These three goals. That first Tielemans goal, we conceded. I'm going to be honest. I was more so annoyed and saying, there goes the clean sheet. It's unfortunate. Kind of fugazi, comes off of Pacho, this, that, and the other. But I was like, okay, fine, no clean sheet. Then McGinn scores that. I'm not even sure to this point whether it took a deflection or not. But you got that goal. I'm not sure if it takes a deflection or not. It looked like it did initially, but then I look it back and I didn't see a touch or anything. Floats it in. Perhaps Donnarumma should be doing better there. Bang. Okay, 2-2. I'm like, okay, guys, okay. guys, come on, wake up. Guys, wake up. Stop. Okay, I understand, the script writers, y'all thought, okay, you guys want to make things a bit interesting, give them a bit of hope. So I was like, okay, but still, voila. This is Enrique's PSG. No more of this past fugaziness, bottling. No. We are a serious team with serious ambitions to win the Champions League. No more of this. That's done. We get another goal. Or worst case scenario, 2-2 draw. It's not a bad result. And then 2 minutes later, I thought Rashford was offside for it. Even he thought it was offside. No, he's onside. Goes. Megs Vitinha, I think it was. Gets past. I don't even know who it was. Crosses it in. Cuts it back to Quansah. Bang. Equalizer. Boom, 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 boom. Les gars, when maybe I haven't looked at my reactions back on stream. Guys, I may have looked composed on the stream. I thought it did. Guys, inside, oh my goodness. I was fuming. Oh, la. 3, what are you talking about? 3, they went 2-0 down in the span of what? From the 34th, in the span of what? 2 minutes. Bang. Not only did they equalize, but they're leading in the game. And at that point, guys, oh my goodness. The moment after that was a Tielemans header. Guys, that loops in. Low-key, I'm saying right now, I'm ending the stream. I would have ended the stream, stopped, gone to bed, tried to forget it. Because, guys, when I'm talking about we were on, this game, and specifically after that 57th minute to what I'll say, if I go and look at the momentum here. So they scored in the 55th, 57th, this period here till the what? This is the 62nd minute. That like 4 or 5 minute spell, guys. Oh my goodness. When I am telling you, I have not seen PSG suffer more this season. Les gars, on était sous la foudre. We were under siege. We were in a blockade. Les gars, nothing was going through. And that Tielemans header, voilà, Donnarumma, merci. Donnarumma, I am sorry for having ever doubted you. And then there's also the save on Rashford. Oh my goodness. Donnarumma, 𝙎𝙢𝙖𝙞𝙬𝙎, grande 𝙎𝙬𝙬. No. We're going full screen for this one. Grande 𝙎𝙢𝙬𝙬. Because we concede there, guys, low key. I'm not that because at that point you go and think the capitulation. You were at one point 4 goals ahead. 4 goals ahead. And they were within a single goal. And they equalized their guys. That the momentum shift, the fans get behind it. I'm not even sure. I think let me not even try to think about that. Let me try to not even think about that. But I mean, looking at the stats more broadly and more holistically here, when you see, obviously, as per usual, PSG dominating the possession, having most of the ball, 66% over the course of the 2 legs. And that first half must have been 67%. Second half, again, still had more possession, but you go and look, XG 1.98. That first half, 0.28. But overall, a 2.26 XG to PSG's 1.72, which in fairness, you go and say, I mean, you scored 2 goals. So PSG, slightly over exceeded their XG, Villa overperformed it by a bit. But honestly, like, this is fair. You got outshot 17-14. More shots on target from Villa's perspective with 9-7. And they had double the big chances created, 6-3. They had, oh my goodness, guys. But when I tell you, we were under pressure. Les gars, la pression. Les gars, I've not felt this season. I'm saying that 5-minute spell when from again, les gars, we were, and later on afterwards, also at the very end as well, the guys, I have not felt that pressure. I have not felt that pressure. Not from Liverpool, not from City when we played them, not from Bayern, not from Arsenal, but from Aston Villa. Guys, I am sorry, I was not aware of your game. I was not aware. Hey, but in the end, we did it by some miracle. And to give even more props to Aston Villa, John McGinn, even though low key, let me go for full. You nearly put Kvara in the ambulance and ended the rest of his season with that challenge on his knee. And I saw you went for it, but then afterwards had honestly masterclass on John McGinn. Is it John McGinn? John McGinn. A goal, brilliant goal, well taken. In continuation, goal and assist today. Great shot. Was lively in there, was causing our midfield a lot more difficulty this time around. And honestly, just voilà, 𝙊𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏, hein? Great, definitely for me, yeah, clearly the man of the match, played really well, and was definitely by basically every single metric, Aston Villa's best player. From other people I want to highlight out, I thought Matty Cash had a really good performance today. Limited 𝙎𝙬𝘾𝘼𝙎 and 𝙬𝙬 this time around a lot more. They still had a bit of success if you think, I mean, that first goal comes a bit from 𝙎𝙬𝘾𝘼𝙎. But again, Matty Cash won the most duels, 8 in this match. Another great performance from him, especially given that how he suffered a lot more in that first leg. I thought it was an excellent way for him to come back into this game and really show on what he was capable of. Other players, I thought Marcus Rashford was again excellent today. I think I got the assist for that Quansah goal. And like 𝙀𝙬𝘾𝘼𝙎 had that shot that Jídro Donnarumma had to save with his left arm. That goes in. It completely changes the tie. Much, much better. I thought in the first set he was ghosting. 𝙀𝙪, the friendly ghost out there. But in the second leg, looked like the Marcus Rashford, prime Marcus Rashford from like that post World Cup bump. Marcus Rashford looked excellent today. 𝙀𝙀𝘾𝘼𝑚𝑛𝑠 as well. I thought he played excellent as well. Much better. Scored the goal. Was lively. Had shots. Had that header that nearly went in. Things have fell a bit more his way. We're talking about a completely different game. He too. So I'd say from Villa, McGinn, Rashford, 𝙀𝙀𝑚𝑛𝑠, and Cash, excellent today. The other players, obviously still good. Onana, I didn't think he brought nearly as much. I think they brought him in to sort of have that height advantage to be able to cause PSG problems with long balls going ahead. Kamara, I thought he was okay as well. Had his moments, did okay in that midfield, nothing too special. Morgan Rogers had a few glimpses here and there. But again, you go and see here, Morgan Rogers had the least touches, 37 of any outfield player over the course of the 90. So not the most lively of games from his perspective. Also, people I'd like to highlight were the center back pairings. Once again, Pau Torres, I thought they defended well. I think there's Dembele offside and whatnot. I thought they did okay to hamper PSG's attacking threats as well. And specifically, as I mentioned previously, with Matty Cash and 𝙬𝙬𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙬, pardon me, I thought there were times where they really sort of isolated and stifled 𝙬𝙾𝘼𝘾𝑼𝙎 and Kvara when they go to that left side. And Pau Torres, I thought, defended pretty well against Ousmane Dembele. So yeah, Martinez, I thought, in fairness, I don't think he had that many shots. Overall, he did make that error for that first goal, but I think he was fine. I don't think he had any big major saves to make. If I go in goals prevented, negative 0.75. So I mean, not the biggest game from his saves. From his perspective, probably below average. I'm going to say that first goal now over the course of the leg, probably a poor performance from him overall. But yeah, going on from the PSG perspective, Willian Pacho, les gars, l'intervention qui fait la main, Pacho, if we go on, by God's grace, we go on to win the Champions League, guys, with this tie, les gars, I want a statue of Willian Pacho outside the Parc des Princes. I want this guy to be given the keys to the city. I want this guy to be given honorary French citizenship. Les gars, that defensive action at the end there was at Maatsen, clears it off some of the touches that Pacho, he got a 6.6, and I guess fair enough, he's conceded, a couple goals. And it wasn't perfect by any means either. What guys, wow. Pacho, even Markey, there was times in there where some of the interventions were just absolutely ridiculous. Completely out of this world. And again, Jídro, grande Jídro. Jídro, you are before. Honestly, based on some of the saves in this game, Nasser, Luis Campos, Enrique, you find the contract, get the pen. I don't care if you have to sign it on a napkin like Messi's first contract. You get him to sign right now. In the moments where 3 years ago, when we lost to Real Madrid, he capitulates, he doesn't make that save, or maybe there's another error in him. But today, when we needed him to stand on his head, to carry us in our moment of difficulty, he was there. And honestly, respect Jídro. Honestly, all I can say is respect. You go and you look at here, prevented was half a goal basically. I think most of that comes strictly from the 𝙀𝙀𝑚𝑛𝑠 header, as well as the Marcus Rashford crazy save with his left palm. But yeah, once again, I thought probably the best players from PSG, Hakimi with an 8, a goal, and then Nuno Mendes as well. I thought they were good again today. Two lively left backs once again creating, both scoring today, which is pretty crazy, which was what I was saying in that first half, really, in that, like, the fact that you go PSG score both times on the break, and it's your fullbacks who go and score the goals. Nuno Mendes with 2 goals over the 2 legs, excellent over the 2 legs, suffered perhaps a bit more defensively at times, but yeah, today though, unfortunately, Vitinha, not his greatest game. Not his greatest game today. I mean, they say here, completed the most passes, 78 in the match. Not his best game. I think this is perhaps a dip in Vitinha. Not nearly as impactful. Didn't have nearly the control of the game. The midfield overall today, I thought, was a lot left, if you want, a lot to be desired at times. Not nearly as controlling. lose touches, lose passes, etc., so on and so forth. And really, I think probably could have and should have done a lot better, both with Neves and Ruiz. Ruiz, I thought, especially in that first half, I actually low-key thought, even though I've got, as you guys know, a huge Fabian Ruiz agenda, in that first half, I thought he was really good. Really good, controlled the tempo of the game, had one really, really egregious pass right through the face of our own 18. But overall, the balance of the game, I thought he was actually pretty good, and I'm quite pleased with his performance on the balance of things. But then going on to Dembele, I thought Dembele was, again, quiet. Got the assist, obviously, for the, I think this is a Nuno Mendes goal. But again, he had these offside goal. Wasn't really served well today, I must say. Didn't really have a moment. I know in that first half, he dropped a lot deeper to try to get the ball and try to create from there. But today, didn't really seem too much. Had, I think, two shots. If we go look, let's see, number of shots. 3 shots in total. How many were on target? 2. 2 of the shots, I know one, Martinez made a pretty decent save with his feet. The other one he missed just wide. Scored that offside goal, which in fairness, if I guess 𝙀𝙬𝘼 plays him a bit earlier, it's a completely different leg, and it's a great finish by him, by the way. I thought today, which I'll get on after these next 2 players, I think definitely was our best forward over the course of the game. And today, 𝙎𝙬𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙬. I mean, he came out in the 58th. Wasn't... Yeah, not the great. I thought he started the game well enough. Yeah, 0 successful dribbles. I think even though in terms of assists and whatnot, Bradley Barcola has actually been okay. He's got, I think, the most assists or top 3 assists in terms of Europe in 2025. But in terms of the goal scoring, in terms of the, I don't know, that explosive, that dynamism that he had at the beginning of the season, eliminating his defender is not there. And I think he's really going through a bit of a dip now. And it's unfortunate that, especially with the ascension of 𝙬𝙬𝘼𝑾𝑗 Doué, that you go and look based on the balance of things. Yeah, he probably really is your 4th best attacker based on that. And it pains me to say, even though I really, really do like him, not the best game from 𝙎𝙬𝘾𝘼. Not an egregious game either. Like, he didn't, he got dispossessed once, was offside once. It's not like an absolute disaster class by any means either. But it's just that overall, you would have expected a lot more, especially given how 𝙬𝙬𝘼 performed so well in the previous leg. You would have expected a lot more in this case. And then 𝙬𝙑𝑪𝑘𝑖𝑙𝑖 as well. Him, I thought today, not poor. He's at fault realistically for that first goal. He's the one who loses the ball. Was a bit careless at times with his touches. Also, I think sometimes trying to do a bit too much with the ball. There was a chance in that second half where I thought he could have shot, didn't shoot, decided to try to bring it back onto his left, sort of try to do the same finish he had last time around and didn't work around. And I just think that today, I don't think that 𝙬𝙑𝑪𝑘𝑖𝑙𝑖 was all that good. And I thought probably actually 𝙎𝙬𝘾𝑼 was probably overall probably better than him. I mean, he's got 3 shots still. I think we're any of them on target. Yeah, none on target. 2 block shots. Again, you go and think that first goal, okay, it's a bit unlucky, it's unfortunate, but I think, yeah, he's also ball in the dangerous part of the pitch. If you go and you look here, he sort of lost it right here. Was it John McGinn who intercepted it? I can't remember who, but another, bad decision, bad pop in continuation with the previous game where Nuno Mendes lost the ball in this, again, same area of your pitch. This time around it was right about here. Last time around it was in this area. So same thing in our sort of attacking, first sort of couple yards into the attacking half where we lose the ball and we nearly pay like extremely hard with it. Luckily, obviously, over the course of the game, it was okay, but the mistakes were certainly there, and it's going to be something that Luis Enrique, I think, is definitely going to have to go and look to and patch up. And I want to talk about the team more holistically. I mean, on Farm Up here, you go and say the average for each squad is 7 for Villa and 6.9, which, I think, if anything, a 6.9 for PSG is a bit generous. I think today was, that first half was probably a 7. Again, and what I'll say for the both legs in actuality, I don't think that PSG were all that great over the 2 legs. I think we performed much better and had much more of a complete tie against Liverpool. That first game we completely dominated Liverpool. Yes, in that second leg, especially in that second half, Liverpool really were mounting on the pressure, but I thought we handled it a lot better. We didn't falter, we didn't capitulate like we perhaps did today. But I think we had a much more complete performance against Liverpool than we did today. Whereas today, I thought over the 2 ties, like perhaps maybe the exception, I would say, was maybe the beginning of this game, the first 20 minutes or so, where I thought that today, every single time we went forward, we looked super dangerous. But I thought for the majority of the tie, I thought we were playing at like a 7, 6.5 out of 10. not really getting out of second gear. I don't want to go and say that it's as a result of maybe we didn't respect Villa, so on and so forth, because I think we've learned our lesson from last year. But like overall, obviously I'm happy with the qualification, but in terms of the play, I'm not particularly pleased overall, both legs. But especially the second leg was, I mean, luckily you go through and you'll go and say that, tough teams need to struggle, and that's sort of a hallmark, but it's not really filling that you play a good Aston Villa team, yes, but an Aston Villa team that you may look like, some mid-table Ligue 1 team 6 days ago, and all of a sudden you come here and you nearly capitulate a 4-goal lead in the span of 60 minutes or so. So that is definitely going to be something that Luis Enrique is going to need to go and do. And I think that when we suffer, I think we really go through our moments. And I guess it happens in games where momentum shifts, so on and so forth, and that's the nature of football. And I guess a good thing is that I'll go and say is that under previous PSGs, perhaps we don't win that. The first one that comes to mind is that PSG Real Madrid tie in 2021, 2022, where they go and they do that remontada at the Bernabeu. I think if that was that team today, I think today we go and lose this game. Villa score another goal. Perhaps they go to extra time, or they find another goal and bang, just like that, you're out. So I think it also goes to show that at times now we were defending in our box, clearing balls, wasting time, doing whatever it takes. And one aspect of me goes and says that that's terrible. Why are we doing that to, a good Villa side, yes, but not definitely probably the worst of the last 8 teams still left in the competition, or thereabouts, with perhaps arguably with Borussia Dortmund. How are we going to do that when we face an Arsenal, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Inter, whoever it may be later on in the phases of the competition? But then also other aspect of me is like Real Madrid last year needed to squeak a pass through Leipzig and things like that. So yeah, not a great performance from PSG. Really, really not good. I don't think Enrique is going to be happy with the way they performed. I don't think there was enough desire. I think we were really sloppy with our passing at times. I thought maybe the occasion, the venue in which was why I was saying that respect to Villa Park and Villa fans and the atmosphere there, that it perhaps got to them a bit, and they were a bit rattled at points. And I'm gonna be honest, I was rattled, as I said previously, but chapeau, they held on, they stuck it into it, and I guess, like people like to go and say, champions find a way to win, and we were able to do so. And well, we're in the semis, eked it through, but we're in the semis regardless. Anyways, yeah, I don't think there's many more things that I want to touch about. I know for sure people in the comments are going to go and light them up. Oh, you're just barely beat Villa, etc., so on and so forth. But just want to remind same people, Barcelona lost today as well, 3-1. That tie, obviously by less goals, but you only think an extra goal. Dortmund had quite a few goals of themselves that were ruled for offside, etc., so on and so forth. And if those goals stand, that's a completely different game you're talking about. So I think that today, we learned that football is played over 2 legs, and that football and anything can happen. And then there's momentum swings overall. And that any team, even the Barca, even a PSG, as good as they have been this season, can succumb to the pressure and succumb to the occasion in the moment and can falter. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm thankful that we got the result. I'll be curious to see what people have to say. I know there's going to be a lot of rage baiting and gaslighting and mocking it, etc., so on and so forth. But I'd be curious to see what, if you're a PSG fan or neutral, if you're a Villa fan, what was your perspective on the game? As I said again, respect. I was not aware of your game. You guys, I thought, played a lot better. And I'm actually overall, as a football fan, not as a PSG fan, I'm happy that you guys performed like this, because as I was saying previously, I was really disappointed in the way that Villa played, specifically in that first leg, just because I thought that, this is a Champions League quarterfinal. You have an opportunity, a chance to come do an exploit in your club's history, first time in 42 years, and to do that at the Parc des Princes, as I said previously, I see Ligue 1 teams do better than that. But in fairness, you guys came back, did your bit in your turn, like at home, with your crowd behind you, with your fans behind you, and nearly did it. So big respect to Villa. Heart goes out to you. Congratulations. I wish you guys all the best in the league to continue your strong push in the FA Cup as well, if I'm not mistaken. So I wish you guys all the best. Hopefully you guys make it to the final, win a trophy, and continue on this extremely good recent run of form over the last couple of seasons. Really, yeah, you think that Unai Emery took over 2.5 years ago when you guys were a couple points off relegation to where you are where you guys are now, battling for Champions League spots in a Champions League quarterfinal. Big respects to you guys. But yeah, with that, it's been a pleasure as always. I'm going to be really curious to see seeing how you guys take this, what you guys think of this game. Do you guys still think that PSG are the favorites? Is it Barca now, or are you really disappointed with both teams today? Do you think they can beat Arsenal and Real Madrid for tomorrow, or for Barca's case, Bayern or Inter? How are you thinking overall? Anyways, it's been Junior, and hopefully seeing you guys soon. And remember, stay safe, stay kind, and stay blessed. Godspeed.